You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound.
You guys are being boomers right now.
A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and light, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the gray area.
Hey, you guys are live.
Alright. Let's get this shit started, huh?
We're on. Hey, come on, we have a show to do. What are you doing?
Stefan. Hey. This is getting old, Stefan. I swear to God, man.
Answer me, damn it!
Fuck! Welcome back, everyone, to episode 15 of the Gray Area Podcast. You've entered a new dimension where a white and a black man sit in front of you,
Dressed in white and black.
dressed in white and black.
In white and black, probably for the first 2 seconds.
It's been a long time since it's just been you and me.
Yeah, it has been a while. But like I said, you know, I seen the effort. I seen the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision in front of me. That's the issue a lot of people have is like, you know, they blinded. They can't. You know,
Yeah.
what is that? Was that lyric? And can't see the vision, but you must be out of focus.
Who was that?
I said real hard. I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit. Oh, take
Oh,
it.
fucking Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Lil Yachty.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, episode 15, no guest. As you could guess, today's theme is kind of
The nigga zone. No, just kidding.
yeah, that's what I should call it.
No.
My lungs hurt because I just had to smoke tobacco for
Got
the
the
bit.
baby lungs.
I got baby lungs.
baby lungs.
I haven't smoked anything in like a year.
Congratulations. That's growth.
Yeah. Cancer in my lungs.
I'm not even going to tell you, put it in the clap track. You never do.
I never do. No.
Yeah. What you got against my edits?
I don't. It's just when we get to the actual podcast, I like to keep it raw. You know?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I like doing bits at the end and the beginning.
I got you.
Bits throughout. I don't know.
I respect it. Hey, I'm not editing again. So.
Anyway,
Yeah.
should we get to topics?
Yeah.
Because today I kind of wanted to take a step back.
Ooh.
Take a step back and look at Earth.
Based off what we talked about with Josh last time, yeah.
Take a step back and look at our lives from a bigger scale. You know, why are we here as humans? What the fuck are we doing? Are we accomplishing anything? I don't know.
It's a good question.
I don't know. My first thing that I have written down, there are two views that are pretty popular. Everything we do means nothing, and then there's everything we do means something.
Which side are you on?
I don't know. I want to hear your opinion first.
So mine is kind of a combination of both. Nothing you do means anything. So your entire, like I said last time, everything you do is everything your life is what you make of it. So in that sense, everything you do means something to you because it's your existence. You're the main character, your own story.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, a million years is a blink of an eye in the grand span of the life of the universe. You know, you talk about Big Bang happened. Big Bang happened fucking hundreds of billions of years ago.
Way so long ago.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Everything you do means nothing, so it means everything when you accomplish something because it's your fairy tale.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I agree, though, to an extent. I feel like, fuck, man.
Speak on it, brother.
I feel like maybe like 95% of the shit humans do day to day means absolutely nothing.
Of course, everything you do, half of the shit you do is mundane as fuck. Think about how much
Especially nowadays.
Think about how much of your life is actual substance. Like, think of everything you do. I mean, you wake up, you wipe the crust from your eyes, you fucking procrastinate to get out of bed,
Go
you
to
get out of
fucking
bed.
work.
Nope. See, you're skipping over a decent bit of your life.
Am I?
Because you don't just wake up and go to work. That's not how that works. You wake up, you open your fucking eyes, you take the sheets off of you, you get out of bed, you piss, you brush your teeth, you get dressed.
Wash your face.
And a lot of that mundane shit is part of your life. You've seen the Rick and Morty episode where she was like, that's work. Nobody likes to do it, but it's work. I don't like to wipe my ass. Nobody likes to wipe their ass. Yeah,
that's a good feeling.
But I'm saying no one enjoys the like literal thing of like wiping your ass. So, but it's something you have to do. So I think a lot of your life is just work, just mundane ass fucking work that you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And the substance in your life happens like once every blue moon. So that's why you got to grasp onto passion.
And you fucking think about it, like all of your deep memories, all of the big things that happen in your life, you could probably count them on, both hands.
Yep.
That's it. You can't count 20 big things that happen in your life, unless you're fucking crazy, but.
Whoa.
Mentally impaired.
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
Nope.
Dude,
nope. Differently able. It's all differently able.
I'm taking a step back from this whole PC thing. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be real with you today.
Listen, I'm just gonna let you know when I feel like somebody's been accosted. You also can't say lame anymore. That's another day. But yeah, no, I truly think your life is what you make of it, because you don't mean shit in the grand scheme of things. I mean, think about how many people existed before you and how many will exist after you. It's honestly kind of a comforting thought to me.
It's scary because, like, even if you think about how, I feel like the most prestigious thing humans could do would be to create world peace, work as a whole species together without subdivisions of people.
I don't think so.
And colonize different planets and then make just living efficient and healthy to everybody and the planet.
I don't think so.
That's just my opinion.
I don't want world peace.
You don't want world peace?
Where's the substance?
What do you mean the substance?
I'm just kidding. I don't want people to get tortured and shit, obviously.
No, there's so much.
But I mean, where's
happens.
wait, listen, you like doing movies, you like editing, you like doing, this shit.
Okay.
Where is the drama, the action, the tragedy? There is none if there is no conflict. You're just basically living in, some sort of limbo, or goddamn it, what's that fucking
purgatory?
Purgatory.
See,
thank you.
I don't know. I'm willing to give up all of that just for all of us to live in like this kind of dystopia where we don't have to worry about.
I'm not, because then what are you?
Happy.
Think about Timmy Turner Blob episode. Yeah, this is a good. That's actually really good to bring up, because we're talking about individuality. Because he's like, I wish everybody was the same, so then there'd be no issue. But the issue is when everybody is the same, then what is your life? You just exist.
You don't have to be the same, but just all of the malicious things that happen in the world. I wish there was a way that we could figure out how to make it not a part of how we think.
See, this is the issue that I always tell people. The reason why I'm always so attracted to people who are so inherently, they're like, lawful goods. Not lawful goods, but like people who are like, just good people.
Yeah.
I am attracted to them because I'm not the greatest person in the world. So it's like, if a person like me didn't exist, a person like Diesel or, yourself even wouldn't exist. Because you wouldn't know what good was without the bad, because it's all relative. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. But we could also just take, what we've done so far as a species as kind of a lesson. Because up to this point, we've done nothing but, obviously there's been peace.
That's false. Yeah,
but a lot of human history,
yeah,
like what you learn about in school,
is negative.
It's all wars.
Yep.
Basically, it's all about war and, racism and all the bad things that happen.
Yep. People want to be different from other people.
There's obviously like parts where you learn about good stuff that happened, but majority of it's World War II.
Yeah, that good couldn't have existed. If everything already started off good, that good could not have existed without terrible and horrid. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think we would perceive it as good, but I think we would just perceive it as how life should be.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because it would just be the expectation rather than being. It would just be the standard rather than being one or the other. It wouldn't be partisan.
All just how life would be.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're getting at. But see, my issue is, if you like, what happens then? There has to be some type of conflict, right, for you to be able to have a life. Because if you never bump into an obstacle, then you would never overcome anything. There's no substance. You just kind of exist. There's no trials and tribulations. Yeah. No one would have ever set the ceiling for you. I'll give you an example. Like, I always trash billionaires, blah, blah, blah. One easy way one way they get rich and stay rich is they get rich doing it the easy way. Not easy way, but the less regulated way. Yeah. Once they get on top, they use their money to regulate the way, the way to get up.
Yeah.
And then there becomes a conflict of now I have to rise up amongst this crowd through all these loopholes. These loopholes probably wouldn't have existed if that person didn't exist. Or that, I'm not going to say person, because anything could have created these obstacles, a natural disaster, a famine, whatever.
Yeah.
created that obstacle that you had to go through, and that creates substance.
Right.
So, I mean, like, it would be cool for it to be standard, but then what would life be about if you just, everything was just cool gravy? What would life be about to you?
Just something different.
Existing.
Just existing. But existing in a more meaningful way. Like, you contribute to something greater than just, you know.
How can you? It's already good. It's already as great as it can be.
I mean.
In your world, it's as great as it can be. It's all peaceful. Yeah. Nobody's wanting. Because in order for it to be peaceful, people can't be hungry, can't be in disease. People can't hate other people because of their race. Everything's basically normalized.
Yeah, I guess maybe to tone it back a little bit.
Yeah. You can't
something more realistic. Like, okay, we can't live in a dystopia where we're all happy and have everything we need, but
well, you can't talk. Okay, so this is the thing we gotta find the dichotomy between before we start talking about this.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about something realistic, then everything you said up to this point is kind of mute. Yeah, so it's like, because you can't if we're talking realistically speaking, this can't exist.
Yeah.
A human will not want, like, you know, we're gonna talk about obviously next the wealth, power, and greed, like that. You know, I don't want to spoil your next point, but anyways, to bring it back to the point of, like, what is existence?
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean something? I think your existence means absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah. And that is the most comforting fact ever. Because then that means there's no expectation. No one fucking cares.
That's true.
Right? I mean, obviously you still have stress, you still have bills, you can still starve and die and stuff like that, but there's honestly no expectation. No one exists on purpose.
No.
So whatever you do is whatever you do.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer of that, just because whatever I've done, whatever I wanted to do for a long time. Even now, having a kid, I still do what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
Within reason.
I don't know. I just think, like, maybe on more of a realistic scale, focus less on the major fuck-ups that happen. Uh-huh. No more war. No more having to fund the military that costs so much money. When we could actually be focusing on things that are more important, Like, people talk about it every day. Like,
how would that happen? How would you stop wars?
Money. Money is a big thing that creates all these things.
It's a finite resource.
It is, but it doesn't have to be. It's just so hardwired because, currency has always been a part of power, and, this guy rules and you have to have a leader to follow and all this shit. But, like, without money, so many problems could be solved if money wasn't a factor.
So my issue is, like, it comes back to the realism part of it, right?
Yeah.
It's unrealistic. Just based off, and I don't say that as like
is unrealistic.
It's not a logical fallacy because it has proven to be unrealistic throughout history.
Is unrealistic because it's impossible, or is unrealistic just because
nature of humans?
You've lived in this world for so long and you understand how people are.
I understand the nature of humans. I understand myself. Like I said, we've talked about past. I've done some gross, negligent shit.
You think that all people are just like that?
I think that all people, there's no. You ever seen that? I think it's like a Game of Thrones quote. There's no good or bad people. There's just people, and they make a choice.
Yeah.
And whether that choice to somebody else considered bad is what makes you that person that you're labeled as. But yeah, I don't think anybody starts inherently one way or the other. Mm-mm. I mean, I think you're pretty neutral when you're a baby because you don't know shit. It's all learned behavior. However, you still, when you get to an adult, you make your own decisions. Mm-hmm. Whenever your brain fully develops at the age of 25, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which is soon for me. Ashki baba.
I just wish there was a way, because whenever you talk about, we need clean energy. Well, why can't we all just drive energy efficient cars? Money. Why don't, they restrict the use of gasoline in motors because petroleum companies make the majority of wealth. And blah,
I think though, and not to interrupt you, if I was,
yeah, go ahead.
I think that you can tell. I talked to Diesel about it, but I can't remember. I think I might have said it on the podcast. You can tell the world's starting to go a certain direction. Like, people are starting to get fed up with certain shit and protest the fuck out of shit and lobby the fuck out of shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just changing as the generations get older. The world starts changing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, stuff starts becoming different, and people start believing different stuff, and it just starts to evolve into different things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I'm not trying to sound like a woke white man, but it's just like
I'm enjoying your point of view here.
I don't know. Like, obviously, in conversation,
no shooting, no fighting
with other people, everyone talks about stuff like they normally would. Just like, this person's like this,
right?
They're this race,
right?
They're like this. This is a stereotype, and they just talk about drama and stuff. But, like, deep down when I'm alone, I'm kind of an introvert. I kind of like thinking on my own without other people there. When I'm by myself, I really just see people as people. Like I don't really have any malice towards anyone.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. It's just hard to express that without sounding like a fucking psychopath, you know?
Well, see, mine's the other way around, which is completely sociopathic, where I think of ways to take advantage of individuals. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're sitting at home thinking about how, people are just people and, stuff happens to them. I'm sitting at home like, what can I do? Exactly what you want to stop is in a lesser sense what I am. Like,
yeah. Do you think it's just how you were raised or how you
partially
have
for
just
where I
perceived
came from,
shit?
just because you just like you said, your existence is what, or just like how I said, your existence is what you make of it, right? You're your own main character. I've said all this.
Yeah.
That means your existence means dog shit to me.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Right? Because if I die tomorrow, your life keeps going.
Yeah.
Right? But mine doesn't.
I'll be sad.
So I only care about what happens with me. So that makes you a manipulative and, kind of cold individual. But at the same time, I mean, it's my life. You know what I mean? I'm the main character of my story. I'm going to dictate how my story is going to go. Whether or not that is off, whether or not, you're a means to an end or somebody else is, it's all part of the story.
Yeah.
Not that I would do something like that or I wouldn't ever put somebody in a position that I actually had, because I'm all about honor. If I think you're I guess that's the way I work. Like if I think you're an honorable individual, I'm not going to fuck you.
Right.
But if you're already like a whatever person, I don't really care about you. I'm just going to use you to get ahead.
Right.
Truthfully.
You can also put your mic a little closer, do you?
Oh, I got you. Well, last time I was eating the mic.
I know. It's a hard balance to find.
Yeah. I mean, it's because my voice is already so loud. I'm trying not to talk low. So.
Right.
But anyways.
We're finding a good perfect
next
medium.
Fucking topic.
So we talked about wealth, power, and greed being the root of humans' downfall, in my opinion at least.
Right.
One thing I think that sets us up pretty shitty is public education.
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of development is learning the right things. And I feel like if we were all taught how to live on our own, do things that we need to do to withstand.
Like you said, the system's not created for you to be a free thinker. It's created to generate fucking robots.
I mean, how it is in some places, like in public schools in the U.S., but
so this problem that they have in public schools, the same problem my dad had. What you were saying?
I forgot.
No, the next topic.
Fuck. So it kind of leads into a theory that I've been following for a long time.
Yeah.
The Great Filter.
Now,
yes.
My question for you is,
what's up?
You think it's before or after?
What do you mean before or after?
The Great Filter.
After what?
Did we have two different theories that we read?
No.
The Great Filter theory, the theory that we're either behind a certain benchmark or we've already passed it.
No, that's the Great Filter that I was reading into is basically human civilizations. There are many of them like us, but we never make it past a certain point. I guess you could say that basically the same thing.
It's literally called the Great Filter.
It's called the Great Filter.
Why is it called the Great Filter?
Because we don't make it past a certain point.
Firam,
yeah, this is just a part of a bigger whole thing.
Okay.
But I focused on this part because I liked it more. There's a lot of different human civilizations that are like us, but we never make it to the point where we can meet each other because we all just kill each other off before we reach a certain point to be able to create interstellar travel because we all just focus on dumb shit, which is what I'm talking about, the greed thing.
I had a whole different.
Really?
Yeah. So the Great Filter theory was there could be other so the human race is either before or after this specific filter, right? We're either before the filter, which means we haven't hit the wall that stops every civilization from growing past, going into the big span of things and making everything better, or we've jumped over it and we're we're figuring out where the next bump is and we have a long way to go. You know what I mean? We're that way. So the question is, are we before or after said filter? And what you're talking about is a version of a filter. There could be many any big event, ice age, a fucking meteor hitting. Those are all filters essentially.
This filter is just us not being able to.
The human nature is what you're talking about as a filter. And the question is, will we because
do you think we'll ever make it to the point where we can actually meet other civilizations and focus on the right things instead of killing each other? Worrying about money more than human lives, all that.
That's a good ass question, yo. That's a good ass question.
I don't think we will. Honestly,
I don't honestly think we will, just because of human nature. Corrupt power corrupts men, absolutely. When I played World of Warcraft, right? What I always tell people, like, you know, it taught me a decent amount. Like we had a guild, right? And I guess I'll reverse back to, like, I've been in a decent amount of guilds, like, you know, top of world guilds, whatever. And one thing I always see is, like, when one guy gets power on the internet over, like, a couple, like, you know, fucking 50, 60 people,
Yeah.
he always goes insane. And every fucking one, that's, well, problematic, I shouldn't say insane. Anyways, in every instance, it's always one guy having a power trip, doing something stupid, and the guild breaks up.
Yeah.
So when we made ours, we separated power through 6 people, and we never had an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue. When somebody holds, like,
All the power to
like,
themselves.
like at least the majority of it,
Yeah.
it absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know, that's the issue.
Yeah.
No matter how good of a person you are, power just inherently corrupts you. I don't know. It's just because you know, nature in of itself is, you know, the thing that has the most dominant, that has the most power, the most skill, the fastest, the strongest will prevail. So I mean, if you've got all the wealth and all of, you know, all the youth and all the power, like,
Yeah.
you're going to try to make fucking natural selection happen. It's just how it happens.
Yeah.
It's mad weird.
I think it'd be great if we could just get rid of the whole presidency kind of thing in our government and make it more of, you know, the House of Senate, but get rid of all the boomers, I guess you could say. People who, you know, see things from a different way because they're so fucking old.
Yeah.
They don't
We're
really
in a
get how
different
things
time.
are. We're in a different time, and I feel like there are people that, you know, I'm not trying to be a dick, but, like, are like you, who, like, you know,
Yeah.
in your words, like, fucking, you know, thinking about how they can take advantage of situations and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of people like that, but I know there are a lot of people who are they're just chilling,
Yeah.
living their lives, and they would love to be rich and, like, have all these nice things, but they're not gonna fuck other people over for it,
Right.
to the point where they're gonna, like, destroy someone else's life for money.
And that's a person that'll get stepped on.
It will be a person that gets stepped on, but if we could all just be like that, which is impossible, I know, but I feel
That's
like
what-
that'd be the best way to go, because
That's
then we
what
could
I
all
like.
just
I
be
would talk
chilling.
to my other friends about, like, yeah, but this is the thing. So this is where I guess you and me would separate, I think.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be the person to be the first person to be like, I'm gonna get stepped on in order for this to be a better life?
As long as my life wasn't terrible, yeah.
No, your life's terrible.
How, in what way though?
I mean, just like you're just not that. Another person's gonna succeed because you're a nice guy.
If I'm a nice guy with a decent life, I don't give a shit. Step on me all you want.
No, but I mean, you're stagnant. You plateau. You never move any more in life because that person stunted your essential growth. Essentially, your growth. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. If it would somehow ripple effect
Yeah.
and cause other people to do it,
See,
yeah.
but everybody else is not gonna do that.
I know, which is the problem.
Which is why I would never do it.
I know.
Which is what is the problem with everything. Why would I free myself and open myself up and make myself vulnerable if there's no 100% guarantee that the other person is not going to do the same?
It's definitely a risk,
Yeah.
but you know, most people aren't willing to take it. I'm honestly
'Cause, I mean,
saying I'd be willing to take it.
In a wonderful world, everybody would just not have nukes. But see, now everybody, the worry is I get rid of mine and you keep yours, and now
then
here
we're
we are.
fucked. Yeah, you have a
Exactly.
power play on me.
I mean, everybody else would have to read everybody else's mind.
I just wish there was a way where we didn't have to have nukes. We didn't have to have armies. We could all just be, instead of, oh, you're Korean, I'm American, fuck you, and you know,
North Korean, but yeah.
all that shit. I just wish there was no need to do that. Just see each other as people, human beings, on a fucking rock. That's so small. We could literally be an atom.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about humans that they want to seek out something to differentiate from.
I just think it always goes back to money and power. Yeah. Be the best top country.
It's just natural selection. Like literally, like if you think
Super
about it,
smart.
like the theory of natural selection, like it just works on so many levels. Like eventually, the strongest just survives. Like whether that be intellectually, physically, or monetarily, economically,
Right.
they're gonna survive. I.e., why some countries get absorbed or split apart or have civil wars. It's like it just happens.
Something I wrote down that relates to this is I feel like just man creates all their own problems to an extent. Other than natural disasters, everything
Yeah.
we do,
I
it's,
mean,
it's man-made.
Yeah, and in that sense, we still cause our own problems because you're around somewhere where a natural disaster would happen.
Yeah.
You live near that shit was happening before you got there. And then, I mean, even then, we're causing more of that, with global warming and whatnot.
And why can't we fix global warming? Because we're too afraid to get rid of all the petroleum and
Yeah.
things that are damaging to the fucking ecosystem.
Yeah, because, I mean, they make people money, and people like money. Like, people... Because that's why I always thought, like, I always think billionaires are pretty much evil
Yeah.
because you're hoarding wealth.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like at what point is it too much? Like, I mean, if I gave you $100 million, you could probably live the rest of your life fine.
Yeah.
You could live off $1 million a year
Oh, for sure.
and be fine for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So what the fuck would you do with 70 billion? You couldn't spend all the money if you tried.
I don't even know why you need that much.
Go buy a country.
I'm going to go reset the camera. I think if I were to change anything in the world,
Yeah.
I would have to be rich first, for sure.
Why?
Because to make real change that sticks, you need to actually do
Have
the
capital.
have capital and
You have to
do
have
the
the thing
change
that matters.
yourself. Because there's people, who will protest like Gandhi or whatever for peace, but they die, and most of the time when they die, their image dies and it changes nothing. So I feel like in this world, how we are today, the only way to really change how things are is to get yourself into that position of power.
Yeah, but in that pursuit.
In that pursuit, you're going to do a lot of fucked up shit, probably. Like step on other people who are trying to not. So
I'm trying to think of somebody at pop culture you would have known, but because this is character in WoW called Illidan, and so like his thing is like, I'm going to stop this demon army at any cost, literally any cost. Like he sacrifices basically his body. He like puts demon blood in him. He's like, I don't care if I have to kill 1 million people to save a billion people. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, at what point is the cost too high?
right.
So, but see, by what you're saying, you want to make real change to make people happier, right? Would you ever want to? You wouldn't want to make somebody unhappy, right?
No, I mean,
It's an
yeah,
unrealistic.
you have to make some people unhappy to make people happy.
Yep.
Like people who want the world to be fucked up and are okay with it and about drama.
Right.
They're gonna be unhappy when the world changes like this.
Yeah.
But
You're gonna understandably make some people's
Yeah.
lives worse.
It's
because the people who
partly-
are benefiting from a shitty system prior.
yeah,
no longer benefit.
it's
from it.
partly about happiness and just
Right.
enjoying your life as a human, but it's also kind of about like our survival as a species. Because we're not. I don't know. I don't really look into the news I want to hear.
Right.
I guess you could say. So I don't know what's really going on. If
You
people
don't
are
look
actually
into the
making
news you wanna
steps.
hear? What do you mean?
Like I don't. Like
You don't
whenever.
look for positive news?
Yeah, all the news I see is negative because that's all that pops up and all people care about.
Because that's all you're looking for.
I don't look for it though.
You do.
I
don't
open
realize
I
you
open up
look for it.
Snapchat to look at memes because I'm a fucking
You know it'll be there though.
yeah.
You know the negative news will be there. You know because it happened the first time.
Yeah, that's true, but
So if you want some positive, don't go in places where you know they're going to seek your attention.
It's
What's going to
everywhere.
grab your attention? Negativity.
it's everywhere though.
And you might, and see, this is the other thing. You might have seen positive news. You just don't remember it because it wasn't.
Poppy.
What's gonna 100 million people saved from a cure, or 100 people died from a
That's gonna
deadly
make the bigger
virus?
news. Yeah, like
What I'm saying in your head, what's going to attract more your attention? People dying, right?
probably just because it's worse.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're going to be like, oh, 100 people saved us, whatever. They live their lives. They have a good time. 100
Yeah.
people died? Oh my gosh.
There's probably been stories about a pilot saving a crashing plane.
Yeah,
it's
you-
been forgotten in history, but the genocide of
War.
Auschwitz and shit, that shit's ingrained in history
Just
forever.
Auschwitz, huh? I'm just kidding.
No, not just Auschwitz. But
Yeah. But yeah, and I think that I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't call myself a realist because I'm pretty. I could have my head in the clouds. I don't really care for. I can be a little.
a little dreamy.
I can have a little out of body experience, but
Yeah.
I'm also just like I just know how the world is. I know it's full of ugly and you can wish for the best and hope for the best and try to make the best happen, and it could just. The world doesn't give. I always tell the world does not give the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry, right? Because the world does not give a fuck what you got going on.
No.
It doesn't care. No. It's a mean motherfucker. Life, your existence. Mm-hmm. This plane that we're on does not care about you.
No.
Billions of years have already passed, and we're existing in this small little timeline. You think the universe give a fuck about you?
Not a single fuck.
Honestly, look. There's if there were life to be out, our planet, our sun might explode, and they pick it up on wherever they are, these aliens, and it might just be a blip in the history books, like a star blew up in a solar system far away, and that's all we were.
Yep.
At the end of it,
Like all the fucking supernovas that blow up.
Yeah.
That was probably a whole fucking universe full of people like us.
yes.
Do you believe in like the infinite reality theory?
Yeah, of course.
Because there's no way, like if you think about it subjectively, there's no way it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
space is infinite. So
Exactly.
anything's out there.
See, and then a lot of people think of, because you're on the reality, a lot of people think of time as a line.
Yeah.
It's more like a diamond. Like you can see through it. All things are happening at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, everything's on a straight line and it's like happens in this order. Like there's multiple things happening at multiple times and multiple decisions being made. And it's a nice paradox.
It is. It's crazy to think about. Because there's a reality out there somewhere where the exact same things have happened in this exact same universe, but you're white and I'm black.
Yeah.
There's just so many. There's a reality where this is vodka instead of whatever the fuck is in here because it's disgusting. It's just infinite, and it's crazy to think about because there's no way that you can prove that it doesn't exist.
Right.
But there are ways. Just thinking about it with common sense, there's no way it doesn't exist.
Right.
It's happening right now.
So yeah, therein lies the issue, I guess.
And it just makes, I don't know, like whenever I think about shit like that, which is a lot, it just makes all the world's problems right now just so minute.
That's good. See,
stupid.
that's what makes life a little easier to live. That's what makes death not so scary. Is just knowing that I didn't exist for billions of years and I just existed randomly. And then I wasn't worried about existing before I did, and I don't know why I would be worried about existing after. Plus, your body kind of goes back to the universe because energy doesn't get destroyed.
Right.
And,
I'm not scared to die, perhaps. I'm scared to die before I do the things I want to do in my life.
Yeah,
when it comes to the time where I get old, I'm not going to
I
be
don't want to
afraid.
wait around to die. Yeah, that would suck.
I do want to, create children who are going to live to see maybe a better world, maybe a worse one. I don't know. But right now, I'm not scared of death. It'd be very inconvenient if it happened. That's
Maybe cut into my 2 o'clock.
Yeah, yikes.
Now, we had to discuss it, but not really at length. But I didn't know if you wanted to throw one of your own like conspiracy theories in there.
Conspiracy theories?
Yeah, I think we or various.
There are definitely birds that are robots out there today.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, for sure. There's no way there's not.
You think so?
There's for sure remote controlled birds out there.
Watching
Fake
this?
birds, yeah.
No fucking way.
It's crazy. I
Like,
know.
really?
You gotta think about it though. Like, there are so many fucking birds.
There are a lot of birds, Jake.
Way too many fucking birds.
Yeah.
New York, there's fucking pigeons everywhere.
Uh-huh.
How can one of those bitches not be fake? Flying around recording, or even just they prop one up.
Lay a lot of eggs. Jake.
They prop one up on a building, and then it's just a recording device, or like I don't know. The whole thing about phones too. I've never believed that the government is recording what we say.
Absolutely, they are.
There's no way.
I mean, recording it.
You get on.
No, but I mean, something's absolutely always listening to us.
It's listening, but I don't know if it's actually being processed as data.
Yes, 100%, 1000%. Not
How?
even a joke.
Because
We will talk about something on this podcast, or maybe I'll say something as I'm leaving to kind of tip it off.
yeah,
But like, Diesel and I were talking. I have never in my life talked about competitive arm wrestling. Never. You hear me?
yeah,
I was talking to Diesel about it.
right,
The next day,
yeah.
shows up on my fucking phone as on Facebook as an ad for arm wrestling. I didn't look anything up on my phone. We were just talking about it.
There has to be an explanation to that.
Yes, there's an algorithm because they're listening to what I'm saying.
I know, but
It
who's listening?
happens all too often. Like
but who's listening though?
Huh?
Is it just
Amazon.
is it a robot? Is it people
There's
who are
people
doing
collecting
this?
your data.
You think there's a job title for that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, there's just a lot more. They're a lot more secretive about it.
I think
there's
it-
data analysts.
I think it would make more sense if it was like a YouTube algorithm kind of device, like a big.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
It's just listening to your voice.
Yeah.
It's probably more so listening for keywords.
but for people,
arm and wrestling and
I get the whole like an algorithm to see like for advertisement, but I don't. There's no way that like you're out in the country by yourself and you have your phone on you. There's no way that someone could get incriminating evidence off of you for that, because you call any.
maybe if you're not near a tower, but if you're near an internet connection, best believe you're being listened to, bro.
I guess yeah.
I mean, this is not something like this is not conspiracy theory. This has been proven.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this is not like a joke.
I don't think it's as bad as it's meant. Like people take it.
I don't think it's been done maliciously, like crazily yet.
No.
Because like there's a lot of flack behind if you do it and get caught.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flack that runs with that. People stop using your service. You know what I mean? They're like, you're obviously taking shit from me, data from me. I'm not fucking with you. So they have to be very, very subtle about it.
Right.
Right? Because
Yeah.
like I can say that popped up and that they definitely listened to me, and I can be 98% sure. But unless I have proof, I can't really prove it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I don't know.
But anyways, I have a theory that somebody put on I was looking up on Reddit the other day. It kind of like I was like, whoa. So you know how like sometimes when people comment on stuff, you'll see it on Facebook, even though it has nothing to do with you, it'll just show you somebody commented on something.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't get on Facebook enough.
No.
But okay, you post something, I comment on it. It'll
Okay.
show my friends that I commented on your shit.
Oh, probably just to show like what you're doing, like,
Right,
activity-wise. Yeah.
Somebody said Facebook purposefully shows that you're commenting on stuff to create more drama because it's gonna draw more attention. So they can feed you more fucking ads on the side. And I was like, holy
Oh,
shit.
fuck. Yeah.
Because like if you're posting to a page, like if you're commenting on a page, they'll show it to other people. You know, if it's controversial or whatever, and then another person will hop on there and start talking to you, and next thing you know, you're bickering. Or like just think about all the bickering that happens on Facebook. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they're just eating that shit up. Because if you're on Facebook, you're looking at an ad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just blew my mind because I never thought about it like that. Like they probably Facebook probably purposefully puts out what you're saying to other people, your friends and shit, so that they can comment on what you're saying and they probably flag it even harder if it is controversial. Mm-hmm. That's like, I would just love to see the back end of anything like that.
How effective do you think that kind of marketing is?
Oh, super effective.
Have you ever bought anything that's been advertised to you by Facebook? Really?
Absolutely, yes. Or at least, if not bought, I saw it on Facebook and investigated further and bought on like Amazon or something. You know what I'm saying? I've never like clicked an ad and like bought it. But there's been some on Instagram that have legitimately, like the games that pop up on Instagram, they always get me. Because I'm like, damn, that looks like a super simple concept. Download it and it's exactly what it is. Super simple concept. Now, Rise of Kingdoms on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm going to go over
Yes.
here, disgrace me and throw me out.
Yeah.
You're not invited to my birthday party. Oh my God. If I have to watch another Rise of fucking Kingdoms ad,
Disgusting.
I'm plugging them right now. Let me stop. But yeah, you're okay. So I really wanted to get to this, to the Twilight, or not, I was about to say Twilight. It's a Twilight Zone, but I was thinking of
Twilight Zone.
Twilight.
Oh yeah.
I really wanted to get to that one just because
Which episode?
To Serve Man.
That's what I wrote down too.
I saw that.
Ah.
And no, I watched that one today at work, right?
Yeah.
Just to refresh myself on it. I don't get how it's like kind of like because like I get like they crack the code. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the 40-year-old fucking show.
Well, like
50
60.
60, yeah.
Yeah.
So they crack the code. It's to serve man, and they don't know what it is. And then it's they finally figure out it's a cookbook to fatten you all up. And what's the underlying there? I don't understand. I didn't really.
Just to eat people.
Basically,
Like turning Earth into a giant farm.
Yeah.
For their own sustenance.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like, it was back in the 60s. You know, people probably weren't thinking like that. Like, oh, that's super cliche.
No, it's cool though, because if you think about it, if another just say would it, you said you would more intelligent life even pay us any attention?
Yeah.
If a more intelligent life did come here and then they were saucing us up, like, oh yeah, I got this, it'll end your wars and all stuff, much like what you're talking about, and then come to find out they were just tricking you the whole time so they could fucking eat you.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do I know, even if you are benevolent, how do I know like nothing you're doing has malicious intent behind it?
That's true.
And
That's just fucking how our brains work because we've been so used to how fucked up the world is. You can't trust anybody. And I don't think if aliens came to our planet and said, "Hey, here you go, world's fucking fixed," I wouldn't trust them. You wouldn't be able to. But like, I think if we're gonna make that kind of change, it has to be all integral in Earth people making the decision themselves instead of aliens giving us shit. You know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's an episode of Twilight Zone where it's like, what? Have you ever seen the Andy Griffith show?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a Twilight Zone episode. Why aren't there any black people in the town that they're in? It's a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Super good. Because it's just like in the Andy Griffith show. There's no. Well, I mean, there's like I think like one or two black people in the whole show, but like that they're not main characters. They like show up for like one episode and then they're gone.
They're the fucking milkman or something.
Yeah. So it was very touching. Or obviously the very famous pig face people.
Yeah, with masks.
Yes. And she's
rich.
the ugly one.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one where she's in the hospital?
Yeah.
And then
she's the ugly one.
You expect her to be
pretty.
gross?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the one where the rich guy gives everyone masks and it turns their face all fucked.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I like that one.
That one's really good.
That was a good fucking...
They had more of a
Great
cast.
message. Great message. Don't be a prick.
But yeah, would more intelligent life recognize this but have no interest?
I don't know.
They have interest because we have resources, I'm sure. They want to just, I mean, if not, just take our energy.
Yeah. I mean, but do we have that much energy though? I mean,
So?
I feel like if they had I think personally, if aliens were to be able to create interstellar travel and come, across the fucking galaxy to fuck us up, what do they need that we have?
That's very true.
I don't know.
What would they want from us?
Because I'm sure by then they would have created some kind of infinite energy.
Yeah.
They would have created some kind of infinite sustenance source. I don't know. I don't think they would need anything from us if they've already created some source of travel through time and space or whatever.
Would you want to live forever?
Fuck no. I want to die.
See, because like my girl's been watching The Good Place, and I don't really think of anything of the show, right? I'm like, whatever, Good Place. Blah,
ABC
blah.
show, whatever.
I think it's NBC, but yeah.
And,
So, but then I go on and I watch a synopsis on Wisecrack or whatever, and it's like really is a philosophical dilemma, right? An ethics dilemma, because it's like, so you can choose to like go away from the good place whenever you want to, like literally not exist, as opposed to like your soul existing in this good place.
Yeah.
And it raises the existential question: is like, say you go to heaven and you live forever.
Yeah.
At what point do you want to stop? You've done everything. You've seen everything. At what point do you want to stop existing? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
You could literally do everything forever because you don't die, you don't age, you don't need anything.
Yeah. I think I would definitely want to experience all the things I wasn't able to. But then after I do that, it's kind of like when you're grinding on a video game and then you get done and you just have that empty feeling. You're just like, I just spent, all this time doing this.
Hours.
And now I'm
Monster
fucking, global. And now I fucking have nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no, you do have something. You have global.
you have global.
Fucking
That's
casuals.
it.
Yeah. No, but that's another thing that I guess is like, I obviously fear death to a degree, but another thing that's comforting because it's like eventually I would run out of shit to do anyways. It's got to end. You know what I mean?
It's got to end.
The more stressed I get, the more I have these ideas where I'm like, you know what? It's probably not that bad.
Just dying.
I was like, I've always like so curious how some people have just that freedom of thought. Just be like, because like I'll ask my girl or like I'll ask Diesel, and I'll be like, when you die, why aren't you guys afraid of death? And they're like, well, because then it's over. All the suffering, any suffering you have is instantly over. You can't suffer anymore. Fact, you can't suffer.
It's true.
It's all over. There would be no stress. You never have to pay another bill. You never have to fucking worry about being hungry.
All that shit. Yeah. What do you think happens when you die? Like
Me?
Personally, what's your?
It's just rap.
Yeah.
I think it's just a rap, and that's the scary thing. That's the scary thing about being an atheist. I don't like putting a word on anything. I
just don't believe in
I
God.
don't believe anything. I don't believe anything at all.
I hate being
Which
labeled.
makes me an atheist, but
I hate being labeled as an atheist.
I hate being labeled, period.
It's such a bad word.
Yeah.
It sounds so bad.
atheist, like because
You're
it sounds like
fucking
you hate your
atheist.
religion. You don't want anything to do with it. It's like
No.
no, I think it's for idiots, but
Right. I mean, if you fully believe in it.
This is the thing. I have no problem with the ideology of you do good, you go to the good place. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is when you use it in order to enslave people or manipulate people. Like you tell slaves like, hey, be a good slave and you go to heaven.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not very. It's hard to be black and like, in my opinion, it would hard to be black and be religious because those books were written by white dudes.
Yeah.
Those books are written by white dudes.
Some cracker books.
There's no way Jesus would be white, given where he was from.
Israel, right?
Exactly. I mean Jerusalem, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Or Nazareth. I don't know. I don't read the Bible.
It was that cave. He was in that.
Hey Siri.
He took a nap in a cave for 3
Hey,
days,
Siri.
right?
Where was Jesus born?
Jesus Christ.
Bethlehem.
She
Why
said
did I know that? It's Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Yeah, Bethlehem.
John
Yeah.
Bethlehem?
Yeah. Oh,
Bethlehem?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's Jesus. Dude, ideology is okay. I don't give a shit. But don't try to push it on me, man.
That's what I'm saying. Don't shove it down anybody's throat.
Don't make me feel less just because I don't believe in what you believe.
Right.
I just believe when I die, I die.
I believe
There's
when I
nothing.
die, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, to an extent, I believe in ghosts, which I don't really get. Because I feel like there is a way that ghosts are a thing. But then when I think about it, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I'm just
I
confused.
don't believe in ghosts, but I'm a pussy when it comes to scary movies.
Oh, for sure.
I don't. Scary movies fucking scare shit on me.
Yeah, the scariest movies to me are the ones that are like, this happened in real life, or it's actually believable.
Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, that movie fucked me out.
It never scared me.
When I was a kid, it did. Just
It
because it
scared
was
me,
fucked.
like the torture part of it always scared me.
Torture is something I am afraid of.
Yeah, because who wants to be tortured, man? It's fun. It's lame.
It's pretty fucking lame.
Stupid. You can't say lame.
Not chill
That's
vibes.
stupid.
Not chill vibes.
It's not good. The fucking vibes.
Yeah, it's not a very chill sesh getting your fingernails ripped off.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I can't watch a lot of the Saw movies because of it. I'm not a big fan of torture.
No.
Hostel, I was able to watch. It's a different kind of torture, though. It's sexy. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
Have you seen Hostel?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I heard it was kind of shit.
No, I'm just kidding. It was actually. You ever watched Inglourious Bastards?
I love that movie.
You know the Bear Jew? You know who he is? You should know.
Yeah, he comes out of the sewers and he fucks that guy up with a bat, right?
Yes, you're correct. But you, as a person who's a fan of movies, should know who the Bear Jew is, who he actually is. The actor. Actor, I say.
Fuck. Nope.
Dude, he's directed good shit. Cabin Fever, Green Hell, both the Hostels. That's the guy who plays Bear Jew. Eli Roth.
Don't know.
If you don't know him, get to know him. It's pretty good.
Oh, I might.
Cabin Fever is a classic if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
About disease and being stuck in the woods.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you probably have. It's pretty good.
Pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Anything else on your radar as far as movies?
Fuck. Oh, I watched. Not movie, but show. Atlanta. I watched Atlanta.
Oh, dude, I've been watching it.
That shit's.
The production quality on that is fucking insane.
Just how simplistic everything is.
See, this is the issue, though.
Fuck, I love that show.
This is the issue for you.
What's up?
Which I'm kind of.
I can't relate to it. That's the thing. I can't relate to that shit.
And it sucks because this thing. Okay, have you ever seen the Boondocks?
Yeah.
Have you watched a lot of it?
I mean, a couple of seasons.
Okay, but you've watched a decent amount to know the Boondocks. You know Huey and Riley and stuff like that.
Like,
so that's the other thing is like I hate when I don't like when people. I hate that you can't experience it the way I can because I one lived in the city.
Yeah.
2, I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, I love Donald Glover.
Donald Glover's a fucking
Childish Gambino. This is America.
such a great man.
But like I just relate to it so much, and a lot of it makes so much sense. It's the same with Boondocks. Like I can relate to it so much because I lived some of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I can't relate to it, but I can put myself in the shoes and kind of understand like everyone dogs on you and it's just fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's fucked, and you just gotta like scrap for every fucking little piece of recognition you
like,
get.
I lived it for a bit, so it's nice to see it on screen.
It's sad season 3 isn't coming until next year.
Yeah, no, I've only watched like 6 episodes of it, but man, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like you've never been in bookings before, you don't know what that's like.
I've never lived in a fucking storage unit.
Yeah, you never been arrested. Is what I'm saying.
I've never been arrested. No.
Yeah.
No. I was in the back of a cop car once, but
That's not arrested.
it wasn't arrested.
Were you detained, or did they tell you were being detained?
They said I couldn't leave the car, but I was also like 10, so I don't think I would have remembered the word detained.
Arrested for what again?
Shoplifting.
Where at?
A gas station.
Which one?
In Barrettton.
Oh, that one. Which
Lonnie's.
one?
Lonnie's.
Is that the one?
The BP by on 60. Fuck. Like right when you come into town.
Oh, that. I thought it was like Shell or something. The one across.
There's
from
one.
the bar?
There's one. Yeah. There's one way down the road. Not that one.
The one that's the first one you come in town and you left.
Yes.
You stole from there. What'd you steal?
Let me reset the camera and I'll tell you.
So yeah, let me tell you how it's happening at work. I got a gang of people who all know what they're doing. Talk about an existential fucking crisis. Everyone knows what they're doing. I'm the new one, and so it's coming down on I feel like everybody's coming down on me because I for some reason can't get it straight, and that's what I was talking about when I was talking about